Let's see here now. First, I need to make sure I can watch myself on my tablet here, because I do not want to turn on the second monitor. So, yeah, GG. So before we did the class trials on Twitch, obviously, you know, to get away from all the European scared Borats. But yeah, I got one thing to say, you know, as I'm trying to watch myself here. You know, these Borats, man, you know, it just really makes you wonder, you know, the Borats who are, you know, so scared of Danganronpa, bro. Like, you know, first of all, let me just say this, alright? First of all, do you see the bullsnit on Steam these days, bro? Like, there's a game called Shower with
As I'm trying to watch myself here.
There's a game called Shower with Your Dad, bro. You know? Shower with your dad. Shower with your dad. What's up, Lofi? But yeah, there's a game called Shower with Your Dad, bro. You know? And then I think there's a game called Gay World or something. You know? Like, Danganronpa V3, bro, was $60, bro. This ain't no fool game we talking about, you know? You know? And I bought the game for $45. You know what I mean? And if I could go back in time, would I have bought Danganronpa V3 on release, bro? Hell yes, I would have. For $60? Hell yeah. Fuck out of here with your bullshit, bro. Right. You Borats, man, it really does make me wonder. You know, Europeans, man, they scared, man. Ooh, I'm telling you. Like, Europeans are scared people, man. I swear to God. Like, you know, I can never figure out why. You know? And guess what? I'm gonna stop being scared, because I'm a scared fag too, you know? Backfire, he tried to gift me a game called Deep Space Waifu, like 7 times, and I refused, you know what I mean? Like, if he were to gift that to me again, I would accept it, and I would play it, because I ain't a bitch, alright? I'm not a bitch anymore. Okay, so us you Borats, man, y'all scared about what game y'all playing and shit. Like, you know, I owned Sarust and Assassin and Blister. Have they talked snit since? No. All right. I mean, Blister did once, but you know, that wasn't very, you know, substantive. But yeah, you know, well, honestly, bro, you know, no bullshit. Anyway. How do I set the, difficulty? What the fuck, man? How do I set the difficulty? I don't know how to do it. I'm not sure there is difficulty. Oh well. Cox. Oh well, I don't have difficulty. I'm pretty sure DSP played this on easy. I want to play it on mean though. I don't know how to do it. No, I'll screw it. Let's just do this thing, right? I want to get the class trial going, man. Like I bought this game.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
yeah, I'm telling you, man, the Borats,
then
man.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
You Borats gotta get over yourselves,
and
man.
And the killer
like,
really is one of us,
there's a game called Trump Simulator. Like, who the fuck? I saw Ninja Tuna playing Trump Simulator, man. Like, who the fuck plays Trump
Shut up
Simulator?
because you have it, you idiot.
Okay, then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
I do not have Trump Simulator. Only a punk could have Trump Simulator.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. friendship penetrates.
Yeah, like all these geese playing PUBG and Snit, you feel me? Like, you know,
other
PUBG's a nice
deceit?
game. It's a shitty game, but it's a nice game, but you know, like...
There were only 15 of us
You know,
to begin with, so
where does
why are there 16
PUBG,
seats?
alright? Where does PUBG
Oh,
provoke
no
your mind,
reason.
bro? Like,
It's just that our little
shoot a guy
courtroom
like
here
some
can
idiot,
technically
you know what I
fit up
mean?
to
Like,
16
there's a reason
people.
why 13-year-olds play CS, bro.
Okay,
You know?
that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to
Look
get
at DSP,
started.
DSP, a 35-year-old man at the time he played
First
this
up
game.
is the case summary.
7.
Now,
At the time he played this game, which was 2 years ago,
Cross
when he was
trial
35. I mean, he had no idea what to do in this game, because he's a fucking idiot. You know? Yeah, it takes some brains, bro. Like, yeah, take some brains. Fucking cocksuckers, man. Fucking cocksuckers. This gave me no option to change the difficulty. It's pretty gay, actually. Probably the first trial anyway, so...
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Stop being mad.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong!
Very mad. Very mad, actually.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things
Actually,
had been
very
damaged,
angry.
I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Very angry.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
Why does he have the same hair as the other two characters?
Sorry.
Yeah. The pointy head, yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
I think that was intentional.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a
Retracted.
real
Don't
trial.
be a bitch, bro. Let me see what you said. VIP Pro 2K. Honestly. Exit the LOL.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong!
The first trial was pretty snit, honestly.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
You gotta have the pointy
Which
head.
means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Warhead gauge. What the? I'd be mad if I hadn't already watched this game before.
So I guess there's no
We have
question
already,
the
and
kitchen
watch.
knife was the murder weapon.
But
where does that get us?
Big movie one? You're gonna get all those
Kodo must have
European
taken it
people
from the
mad
kitchen,
at
right?
me.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Kodo must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the...
No, that's wrong.
Hey guys,
Okay, wait,
I mean,
hold on.
The
I didn't take the
punk
knife from the kitchen.
fools who said the killer? Obviously, I know that.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
I mean,
Go ahead and say it all you want.
I've known that since you know,
Well,
Dark Side
what if I
Phil,
have a
yeah,
witness?
Dark Side Phil, the you know.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what
Me,
you were showing
boyfriend?
me earlier?
Gay? Absolutely not.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Then again,
Yeah, that's right.
maybe those messages shouldn't
And at
stay.
any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
Don't read IRC chat. Don't read it.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
IRC's
definitely
autistic
wasn't
right now. It's
there.
Confederate Rebel Joe, Crazy Driver.
The knife
Chris
disappeared
Server's
while
not saying
Hina was
anything.
in the
It's Six
dining
and
hall. I wasn't
Rebel
there the
Joe
entire
talking
time.
about. You don't want to know.
Right,
In
Tops.
other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
We could say they're Belarusian right now.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an
Confederate Rebel
accomplice,
Joe, I
do
mean,
they
that
also
guy.
become blackened?
He wants to preserve the white race.
So you ask,
Yes.
and so I shall answer. Each murder
Yes.
is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if
Yo,
they
what happened,
did work
Michelle?
together
See?
and they just didn't know about the rule?
Well, who's VIP Pro and Gold Pusher?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are
Okay.
no
Random punks.
accomplices in this case.
But
Did I say that?
yeah,
out
go
loud?
last trial. No
Yo,
shit.
show me Yo, where's the YouTube link, boy?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
Ask for a YouTube link.
That was a great
So
joke,
I'm
actually.
not the killer.
You're a pussy for calling me a joke. You're
Okay,
a joke.
so
Trump
then,
is a joke. You're a joke.
who
You're
did
Trump
take the
country.
knife?
You're a joke.
Counter-Strike joke offensive.
Tina seems the obvious candidate.
Yo, I'm
After
not
all,
offended.
she just said she was in the dining hall.
Said that I'm Counter-Strike global offended.
No, I said Counter-Strike joke offensive.
But can you or
You know
anyone
what?
else prove
You know
that?
what? You know you're a sex offender.
So you a sex offender?
The
What?
entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over.
You playing girl
Which
game,
means
boy.
we have airtight alibis.
That's a bitch game.
Stay over?
Now,
Doesn't that
my
violate
sister
one of
would
the
have played
school
that game.
regulations?
My younger sister would have played that game.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere
Good.
but the dorms.
Oh fuck.
But
You
it
know
doesn't
what?
say we
It's a good
have to
thing.
stay in our assigned
Oh,
room.
wow, I realized that
So,
this came out in
I
2010.
don't think that's a problem.
It did.
It is a
Yeah.
problem. A boy and
that
a girl
means
spending the
that,
night together? It's
My younger sister
unwholesome.
You were just born.
won when I didn't.
But I'm a girl.
My younger sister would be one.
You
when
are?
that came out.
Oh my gosh,
Great.
I'm so sorry.
2009.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility
Yeah,
is
right.
Well,
there?
like I told you, Blair, this is the Japanese LA Noir
Actually,
series,
there
and
is one
makes
other
Europeans very
possibility.
mad because
Right, Hina?
you know they're not used to the art. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's
formats.
true.
This doesn't look
One
good
other
to me,
person
really.
did come to the dining hall while we were there.
But it doesn't
Why
look,
didn't you say so in the first
right
place?
to me, because you made me, you know.
Well,
me,
because
and you know you made
they're not
me
here anymore.
in, like a bad situation, and you are playing this game, and then it's like, oh,
Sayaka.
oh,
She's
you
the
know,
one who came to
yeah,
the dining
man,
hall.
I sit down and play
And
this
then
game
later,
all the
She
time,
wound up dead.
and it's like, what? You're playing this kiddie game, and you're 25. Like, yes, this bitch is playing. You know, this guy lives a quarter century, and he's
I got
playing the game.
Shitty game.
Sayaka's
It's
the
rated
one
M
who
for
took the
mature,
knife?
idiot.
Well, it
What?
looks like a
That's
bitch
the
game
only
or a kiddie
possibility.
game. Look at the cartoon. What? I don't see any pussy popping.
And thinking back on it,
So it's a
she
kiddie
was
game.
acting kind of unusual.
I'm glad you brought this up because the biggest misconception among Borats, right, is that
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at
cartoonish
us.
graphics
She just went straight to the
means
kitchen.
little kid, which is absolute bullshit.
As she left,
Alright.
she said she just wanted a drink
Absolute
of water.
bullshit.
But most likely,
I don't like Rick and Morty, but a lot of adults like Rick and Morty,
The person who
and
took
that's
the knife
a
was the victim herself.
cartoonish cartoon. Okay, sure.
It's rated TMA.
Yeah, and it's rated TVMA for mature.
Sure.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure
this
she just took
bullsnit,
it for self-defense.
this bullsnit, that cartoonish graphics
So
or
you're
whatever
saying the
the
knife
case
she
it is
took was then
means
taken from
it's for
her,
little kids,
and she
It's
was killed with
complete
it?
Bullshit. Bullshit. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you did.
In that case, you may
So I
not have
completely
taken the
forgot.
knife, but you still could have killed her.
Sicko venomous XD, I tell you.
What?
What a name.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would
You know,
twist the argument.
and there are
and
Borats
send us
out there
all off in
that
the
think,
wrong
oh,
direction.
if I like something with, you know, non-realistic looking, you know, whatever,
You possess a
then
most
I'm
terrifying
either
talent.
gay or, you know, well, not a man Or some other dumb snit.
Bro, you're still stuck in the same scene. Move it on.
She's sick of venomous.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide.
I already know who the
Makoto
culprit is,
the
by the
killer,
way, sick of
wouldn't you
venomous,
say?
but, you know. Yeah.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer,
Class trial number one's
then they
kind
did
of,
something most bewildering.
You know, not very complicated.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering?
Like, I remember
What
I
the hell
saw
are you
Existence,
talking
right?
about?
Kiko, the Borat, the Macedonian guy. You know,
Something was missing.
that guy,
from
he's
the
like
scene of the
17,
crime
right?
that by all rights
He was
should
born in
have
like
been
2000, man. I swear to God. And, you know, he's putting on his big boy pants, right?
Don't
saying,
you?
oh, you know, blah, blah, I don't like cartoons. Oh, I'm a big man. Suck my cock, bro. For real. Yeah, I mean... For real, man, you know. It really... Yeah. Well, you know, Sick of Venomous, it's kind of like, you know, since it's the first class trial ever, you know, it's like a pilot episode on, a TV show, you know. Yeah. So, you know, the trials will get a bit more difficult, you know. Ah, cocks, I don't remember this answer. Something at the scene... that was... supposed to be there. Cocks. Oh, hair, yeah, of course.
Now I understand.
Don't mind me, Sick of Venomous. I'm just, you know, talking a lot
That's
of,
right.
you know,
There
crap
wasn't
right
a
now.
single hair
Because
on the floor.
I don't know where you're from. I don't know if you're European or whatever, but you know,
The culprit removed
as
some
DSP would
evidence?
say, people have a stigma against
Yes.
Japanese-centric
And if
games
I
because
were
of
the
how they
culprit-
look. You know what I mean?
Why
But
would I need to get rid of all the hair in
these
my own
Borats have to look past
It
the
wouldn't be unusual at all to find my
graphics
hair at the crime
and
scene.
you
If
know,
the crime scene is
get
in
the
my
content
room.
of the game. You know, that's how it is.
The reason all
Because
the
if these
hair was
Borats,
gone
right? I swear to
was
God,
to
bro,
remove
if these
them
Borats
traces that Sayaka had ever
play
been there.
Danganronpa, bro, you know, and you don't know what was going on,
That makes sense.
you don't know the
does it
cases
not?
or anything, like, it makes you think. You know what I mean? Like
No.
you know,
If that were the case,
makes you
they
feel
would
like
have
a
had to do something about the
detective.
body itself, not just
you know
her
what I
hair.
mean?
Yes, very
yeah.
true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
And that means...
What's up,
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the
You
same.
wish that you had this, bro, come on,
Then
babe.
Makoto
This
isn't
is
the
where-
culprit?
Yo, would you invite Tank to your house?
Sure, we have some vodka, man.
Are you sure we can
then
decide
would
something
you
so
invite
important based
Tankiero?
solely on the absence of some hair?
I mean, yeah, you have some vodka, bro.
No. There are other
Your
reasons
room.
that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Well, I mean, my laptop's in my room. We could, if you could look at the CNR
I would
admin
like to
chat.
hear these reasons.
So let's say you guys, you don't.
Do you remember
know,
anything
it's a big,
remarkable
you know,
about the
a big
bathroom
person,
at the
you know,
scene?
A lot of people are at your house at the time. Would you
Sayaka
sleep
was
beside
attacked in
Tank?
the main room first.
What?
Then fled into the bathroom, right?
Did you
Like,
just
for
say,
example,
would
if
I
there-
sleep beside Tank?
Yeah, then they
Yeah,
ran
like
after
guys,
her,
fucking-
got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
It's pretty gay.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What?
What do you mean?
Come on,
It's
guys.
fairly certain
Yo,
that the killer had some
it's a
trouble
good
getting into the
experiment to
bathroom.
run.
There was clear evidence left behind.
Yo, imagine.
Do you remember,
Yo,
Makoto?
when he's sleeping beside you. So, Jason.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob,
Say,
right?
Tom.
So,
The doorknob?
basically,
What
you
doorknob?
said that you don't want to what if Tank was homeless? No, I
The
hope
doorknob
that
for
Tank,
my bathroom.
has
It was
abundance
completely
and
broken.
riches. But let's say what if Tank was homeless, or
See
let's
how
say
the
Tank
top
was
part was
sleeping
unscrewed?
over. Would you
And the
allow
doorknob's
him
about
use
ready to
share
fall
the same
off?
as you?
First of all, if he was homeless, he'd be in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay, he wouldn't be here.
What does it mean?
But what if he say, "Oh, I have a buddy named Sean,
In
and I want
trying
to
to
start his
bypass
house
the
and
lock,
stuff.
they ended
I
up
will
nearly
play
removing
games
the
and stuff
entire
on
doorknob.
Netflix."
So do you expect me to pay his plane ticket to get here?
Well, he pays.
This is another most bewildering act for the
But he's homeless.
It proves Makoto
But he's
is
homeless.
beyond suspicion.
So he'll take the Greyhound bus from Chicago to Connecticut.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
He begged $80 from like.
But if the only choice you
200
have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
But would you
You
not?
still don't see?
He's a buddy.
Okay then.
You guys are tight.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
So you're saying that you're going to be a toxic male and have ego and say, "Oh, I don't want man to sleep beside me." Phew, that's out of it.
Like that.
Yo, Russian. Yo, what think about the humane raid when he delivered the EMP?
Oh, you mean at the Humane Raid Labs?
Yeah.
People are very bad at stealth. That's what I thought. But I like the EMP because it made a very funny sound when the surgeon.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Fucking shit, man.
Fucking shit, man. What's wrong?
Come on, man, talk.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was
Excuse me?
locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms.
Well, Tank,
right?
I mean, Valerius kept talking about what would he do if you went over Valerius' house? Valerius wants to sleep with you.
I want to burn down the house.
Bathroom door open.
You're the only nigga's house where they had. That's funny. That's real loyalty.
Hello, guy with a Cyrillic name. That's Cyrillic?
Huh?
Cyrillic, I'm pretty
What are
sure.
you talking about?
Yo, Wagwan Russia. Yo,
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the
Russia
frame
beat
quite
Brazil.
right.
Russia beat Brazil, really?
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Is that true?
Yup, true as true can be. But you know,
Pretty sure
you're
Belgium
supposed
beat
to be
Brazil.
the ultimate lucky
Russia
student,
almost
right?
beat Croatia.
But that's not lucky at all.
A guy with Cyrillic name, where are you from?
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
Just because your name is Cyrillic doesn't mean you're from Russia. I mean, Serbia has Cyrillic.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was
Kazakhstan
locked.
has
So they
Cyrillic.
tore apart the doorknob to get in.
You know.
Russian.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
The 23-year-old having a 3-year-old son?
Yeah.
That sounds
Everyone should have known
kind
you
of
can't
normal.
lock
I mean,
any of the boys'
is that a problem?
What do you mean normal? You see, this is why United States have
no. I mean,
Killer could
she
easily
had the
make
kid
that
young,
mistake,
but
thanks
still,
to
you
one
know,
important detail.
it's better
about
than
the
having a
scene
kid
of
at
the crime.
14, right? Than 20, right?
Yo, Russian, what was the age when your mother had you? What was your mother's age?
Wait a minute. 31.
Oh. Let's see. I think my mother was 29, I think.
But then.
29. But Yo, a 23-year-old person in this day and age, in this broke life, in poverty life, back in
The killer
Jamaica,
must not have
I'm
realized
not
that it was my room.
Bro, that's crazy.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Make sure
That's
you are stable.
inconceivable.
And
Somewhat,
yet,
you know.
he's absolutely right.
But Belarus, you know, Puerto Ricans, bro, like, you know, Puerto Ricans have kids very young, man.
Say what?
A lot of, you know, some Puerto Ricans have kids very young,
Well,
you know?
to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that
Yeah?
Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding
Blaze,
about
you
the
know?
bathroom.
Are there any
If
Puerto
Sayaka
Ricans
had
in
been
North
in
Carolina?
her own room, then
You have a couple of them.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break
And to
through.
be honest, they're alright. They're alright. They're not net one more class. Somebody left my fucking
So they had no
I feel like
idea
I'm
how
going to-
unnecessary
I'm
their
not going to play
actions
this. I'm not
were.
going to play this. I'm just going to probably do someone else's mission.
ultimately, we can't
Yo,
know if
I
it
mean,
came
it's a
open
ring
by
racing
force or
series. That
simply
was
by
really
accident. But
So, Blaze, why do you have GTA 5 on PS4?
the killer must have been
couldn't you gotten
considerably
on PC,
confused,
man?
with no
What?
idea how
Yo,
they
my
actually
PC
got the
cannot
door
run-
open.
I mean,
Well, I mean, that
Regardless, it was a
Honestly, bro.
pointless act. Wasting
What's
time
this?
trying to break
You have
down
you have
a door
gay
that
book.
wasn't
That's
locked.
why I told you not to get a gay book.
Definitely something
No, the
I
map book
wouldn't
is the
do,
best book because
since
guess
I
what?
would have known
I'm all about
exactly
the
why
money,
it
I'm
wasn't
not all about
opening,
the game, bro.
right?
Here comes the money.
That is a definite possibility.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
So the
money,
killer
money,
would have
money,
to be
money,
someone
money.
who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay, then who did do it?
Money, 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 money.
I'm
money,
sorry,
money,
but
money,
I give up.
money.
Quit without saving.
Quit without saving. Now I save. Anyway, let's continue.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right
I like
now?
how I'm getting more
Majority
viewers
rules.
than I would if I was playing Just Cause 3 right now. GG.
Majority rules?
Sticking to you, Borat.
You really think that's a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
I mean, GTA Online's pretty
Does
shit
no
now,
one
honestly.
have any other thoughts or questions?
Rockstar,
It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
like, Rockstar makes millions and millions of dollars
As a matter of fact,
every
I do
year,
have one question.
and they can't fix the connection issues.
Oh,
You know?
you.
Honestly, man.
You don't gotta sound so
Wait,
disappointed.
does it make you wonder?
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how
Maybe
did
this
the
make you
culprit
wonder.
get into Makoto's room in the
Wonder about
first
what?
place?
How Rockstar makes millions of dollars, but they can't fix the connection
How
issues.
did the killer get inside?
Because they have so much people going. They're
Maybe
making millions of dollars
Sayaka
because,
just
guess
dropped
what?
the key somewhere
Shark
and the culprit
cards,
picked it up.
right?
That's
Use
possible,
shark
right?
cards to what you call that? To fund
I don't think so.
GTA 6,
That seems way too convenient.
development team. You know that they actually use
Then
AutoCAD. You know AutoCAD,
Maybe
right?
someone picked the lock?
Yes.
Negative!
Yeah, they actually
If
use
you remember,
Autodesk
Monokuma made
to,
it quite
develop
clear that the
GTA
locks
5.
are all
It's really
unpickable.
a complicated undertaking. Basically, they're doing a lot of
Fine. How about this?
infrastructure
The
work,
killer
as well
got
as
in
civil
the
work,
easy way.
as well as you
They
know, all
could
of
have
this
knocked and
complicated
said they wanted to
They
talk
use
or
these-
something,
these,
and Ms. Maizono
infusion
just
software, I guess,
let him in.
to really
No,
bring this
that
game
can't be it
to
either.
sweet standing.
Oh,
really,
trying to argue
Really
against
takes a
me?
lot.
Sounds
You know,
like someone
artists
doesn't know his
licensing,
place.
Especially your
Oh,
commercial
why
licensing.
exactly can't
going
that
to
be it?
Making millions of dollars. Basically, you have to pay back the Autodesk people who you actually buying the software from to really fund the development of the game. Basically, they need to offset that as well. I mean, it's kind of what I just said was kind of jumbled up, but it kind of makes sense though.
Cox. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Ah, Cox, I have no idea what this is. Pretty sure it's at the top here. Just switching rooms. Alright, just go with this.
I got it!
Alright, good, perfect.
Because Sayaka was
100%
already scared,
so far.
remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
You know the game, you know the car named the Elegy Custom by Benny's Auto Customs.
Yes, the modified LG RH8, yeah. That's free.
You have that?
I mean, it's free, I'm pretty sure I do, right?
No, you have the retro version where you have
Knowing
to go
what
to
she
Benny's.
did.
Oh, the custom?
I just
No, I
can't
don't.
believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
The only custom cars I have is the Spectre.
What if her being scared was a lie?
And the fuck, what is it called again? Itagi, something like that. I don't remember.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Well, it's a really nice car though.
I know
Almost
you
like
don't
an
want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
No, customs are kinda expensive for what they give, I guess. I've got the Banshee custom though, of course.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
I mean,
And
good
these are
taste
the
in
words
women,
that
yeah.
appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, you can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Definitely not alt-tabbing to rate your grill.
When I saw that, I was like, holy
Actually, no.
crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
I'm gonna assume that we're halfway
It's
through
a
the
pretty
class trial
old-fashioned
right now.
technique. But even the classics can be
Gonna assume that.
surprisingly useful sometimes.
Wow, what a fucking rack she have, man.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room,
You're Jamaican, right?
Yeah, I'm a Jamaican, yeah.
which
So if you
means
were Jamaican,
only
you give her a
someone who had
higher
been in Makoto's room before the incident could have
Wow,
written
look
it.
at the rack, man. It's like it just pop out.
Then
Just
either
pop
it
out
was
like a pop out.
Makoto who lived there, or
So rack
Sayaka who
pop
switched
out like a
rooms for
pop-up.
a single night.
Yes.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No,
Cox,
I
man.
didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
but why? Why would she write that?
The
Pretty sure
note
there are
was
no
likely
hiring
her
races
way
in
of getting in
GTA 5
touch
yet.
with a certain someone.
Yeah, there is. I just played it.
Really?
I mean, years ago.
She must have slid it under their door to let them
Are
know
there?
she wanted to
Is
meet
there?
with them in secret.
Yeah, pussy.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
I mean, retro.
But can we be
It's really
sure
nice.
anyone even got this note?
The Coquette Classic. I've got the Stinger Classic.
And honestly, even if they did,
Alright,
I do not think they are at all
I
involved in
went
what
by the
happened.
old elegy, the original elegy.
Huh?
And,
What makes you
free?
say
It's
that?
Yeah, it's free. And I went modified.
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
How much money do you have in GTA 5?
Very well then. Pay attention.
$720,000.
You have a house?
Yeah, I got like 3.
You have 3 houses.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
3 apartments.
But in the
Yeah.
note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically
They're all on
says
the
my
western.
room. I
Los
see.
Angeles somewhere.
So if
I
someone
don't have
read
a yacht.
that
No,
note,
yachts are a waste of money.
then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Oh gosh, rocks! Rocks! Relax! Relax, Rashawn, it's rocks! Yo, you think Raka can have this rocks?
I have no idea.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong!
Oh, look at this rat.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got
It's going
switched?
crazy.
Rocks, man. Oh, yo,
That's
guy,
right.
you
The
need
nameplates
to
got
check
switched,
this.
just like the
yo,
rooms themselves.
Yo, look at this figure, man.
As a result, the nameplate
Wow,
on
I
Sayaka's
seriously
room
Jamaica.
actually had Makoto's name.
And you can't call her fake because Jamaica people can't afford surgery.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
They used to afford that cake soap, man.
So what you're saying is,
I mean, that was
the
a
room
demeaning
Sayaka
joke.
was staying in was
You know what's a
actually
demeaning
marked
joke,
as her
you pussy?
room.
Then,
Yes.
if someone did do
It
what
is.
the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where
Owned it.
Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of
almost
course it
like
wasn't
Mario
you,
Kart, bro.
right, Makoto?
Yes.
Right?
You know it's funny because Mario
Okay,
Kart, bro.
then who did
exactly
it?
Mario Kart.
Michael.
That's the name from Brazil player, Michael.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching
Yo.
rooms.
I'm yo. To be
So
honest,
the
I'm
only
ready
other
to give
person
this year
besides
now
me who would even know to switch the
the
nameplates
World Cup.
was Sayaka.
That'd be lit. You know what lit means, right?
You can also
know when
infer as
Mike
much from
says
her
lit.
note.
Every day we lit, yeah. Every day we lit.
It'll be bounce, yes.
She specifically tells the reader to check the
It's like I'm
nameplate.
consolidating 8th place on the sad.
She would only have written that if she knew the
8th place?
nameplates had
Wow,
been
what a bitch.
switched.
No,
But
what a bitch.
why would she switch them in the first place?
You when it comes down to
She wanted
Carla.
someone to come to the room she was in,
his name,
and
Tap.
also hide the fact that it was
Charlotte.
Makoto's room.
Hornet. Oh, Tony Parker! Yo, why nobody not talking about Tony Parker?
Because he's not a Spur.
What?
Not a Spur anymore.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would
Not a
anyone do
Spur
that?
anymore.
They said that I'm 14th place.
To understand
this game is
that-
shit. I'm out. I'm out.
I told you this shit.
We first need to understand what happened
No, it's coming
after
like
she
Mario
invited
Kart,
the
by the
person
way.
into the room.
That's why you don't do
That's
races
where
in
the
GTA
answer
Online.
lies.
Because they're terrible.
What happened then was probably
Well, at least
whoever
I'm
she
sure in the city
invited
of a hot
over
ring race, so-
came in and attacked her.
Can I
We
have a race
figured it
return?
out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited
Yeah.
over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her
I
killer
don't
there
know-
in the
I don't
room,
understand
yes?
Logic. How did I become 14th place?
Perhaps the answer to our previous
'Cause you
question
sucked.
lies in that initial
You know what?
struggle.
Fuck off, not you, bitch.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I'm just level 46. This is sad.
Well, you gotta do, adversary modes, man.
But adversary modes are not every day.
They're like, you know, cocks. Gold coating, that must be it. Ah, Cox. Are you joking, man?
Shoot!
Alright. Well, if it's not that, then it's obviously her wrist itself. Yes. Excellent.
I got it!
Yeah, great.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist.
Forgot.
And it
It's
should
more
become
obvious
pretty
in this
clear. Right there
It's
where her
overfixed
wrist is
and-
all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Getting used to a non-stop debate. Yeah. Chase trials, yeah. End stick, yeah, nice coating right there. Nice.
Bro, yo, Rashawn, when are you going to look at this rock?
About 40 minutes.
40 minutes? Really, nigga?
Probably longer, actually.
So basically you prioritize, you know, anime games with fake
When the
girl
fighting
that is
broke
raw,
out,
that is raw,
the
right?
culprit grabbed the
That's what
sword.
you prioritize. It was
And that's when the
not
first
man.
blow was dealt.
Well, we're not looking at
Sword-based
the girl,
sneak attack.
idiot.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
Guess why that's good? Because
So
guess what?
she tried to
The guy
fight
is
back.
picking up dildo and stuff.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Wow, I thought the first
That's
trial
exactly
would
what
be
happened.
excessively easy. I think I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what adversary mode is, idiot?
Oh, what's his adversary?
You attack people.
And how much RP you get?
Depends on how you win or lose.
Not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
Well, I mean, you get more money if you win, idiot.
Yo, Russian, look at this rock!
What a fagger.
When the fighting broke
Alright, I
out,
think it's the sheath, so I'm gonna try
the
everything
culprit
here.
grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Yeah!
What's
wrong?
You have to look at this rock, bro.
Oh my god.
Yo, are you not?
Actually,
Yo,
no.
If you don't look at
I don't
this
think
rock,
the
you're
fight started with the
going to
sword.
Literally, like, yeah, like, look at this rock, bro. Like, wow.
I don't even see it.
Why not?
What?
I don't even see it.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
Where is it? Where are you? You're not.
See?
You're not.
There's a
on
gash in
you're not
it.
on Discord.
Like someone cut into it with something
Not in
sharp.
Discord.
Something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
What?
Stop jumping ahead.
Not on this score, right?
Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
I'm not.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
I was trying to look at my phone, but I
If you were
can't see
going
your
to
message.
attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to
Spoilers.
defend
He said
against
he
an
would
attack
stop
from the
reading
knife?
Instagram girls.
Which means whoever had the
See what I
kitchen
just said?
knife
He just
was the
ignored it.
one who attacked first.
Yo, fuck you. What? Where's Tank? Yo, Tank is just missing
Oh,
the after.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Okay, Blair's, she looks good. I'll give her an 8.5.
The culprit came in,
I mean,
found the
8.5,
kitchen knife
9,
hidden there
bro.
See,
somewhere.
what a fucking faggot, bro. Like, this guy, he
Then they took the
tells
knife
for the
and
rate
attacked
girls, right?
Sayaka before she knew what was
He tells for
happening.
the rate girls, and if the rating is not what he wants it to be, he fucking, like,
So she
spins
grabbed
his
the
head
sword
around.
to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
can I do this fast or what?
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
I'm sorry, sick of
The
venomous,
palms
but
of her
I'm
hands were perfectly
definitely
clean. So I don't think
not.
she ever picked up the sword.
Even though I watched DSP play this game, I'm definitely
How can you know that
not
just
gonna
by
skip
looking at her
dialogue.
palms?
Alright? Definitely
Like I
not.
said before, the gold
I don't know
coating
how
on that
far
sword
we are
comes
till
right
the
off.
end, but I'm
All you have to do is touch it.
definitely not
In fact,
skipping
if you
dialogue,
look,
alright?
you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
DSP did that
It's safe to
during,
assume that's because whoever used the
Danganronpa 2
sword got
gameplay,
some of it on
alright?
their
And
hands.
people got mad, alright? So,
There's really no way she could have
Yeah,
picked
watch
it up
out.
and come away completely clean.
wow, where have you
Maybe
been?
she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Yo, look at those rats.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
I think her breastplates are, they're
No, that's
they're
not it
oversized
at all.
on purpose.
What? What's oversized?
Her breastplates.
Bruh, you're
I got it! According to the Monokuma
Oh,
file,
look at those rats.
Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Jamaican too, man.
In other words,
Alright, let me give you
at
an
nighttime.
idea.
And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
like dark skin
Actually,
girls?
I haven't taken a shower here
It don't matter.
My.
yet. You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
You have Instagram on the phone, right?
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
I don't have an Instagram installed. I just press the link.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the
Yeah, you
sword.
have to wait like
But hold on.
some minutes.
If that's right, then the one who damaged
Why?
the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Because number one, I don't give a snip. And number two,
Hold on. Question. I have a question for you. You know Santa Gold, right?
yeah, Santa Gold is a fucking mouse.
Rate her out of 10.
I got it!
She's a complete 10.
Sayaka? She
Alright,
had the
so,
kitchen
you
knife?
definitely like the girl at the post.
But we already
She
said that
looks
the
like
attack
Santa
started
Gold,
with...
you're saying.
In a way, yeah.
The person with the knife attacked
Okay, let's
first,
see.
and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka? Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Yeah, she looked good, you know. I'll give her a 9. She looks better than, the other girl.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Plus, you keep on going about the other woman's breasts, but her breastplates are oversized to make it seem like she has bigger breasts than she actually has. You fucking
Maybe
idiot.
the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Look at this Harry Thompson smoking weed.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Grass.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Harry Thompson, he's the guy that owns the Discord that Ku used to insult you
She
on.
wanted to get whoever she had
But he
targeted
got banned.
to come
Ku
to
got banned,
Makoto's
so...
room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Gotta say frequently. Oops.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
I should have called this the Danganronpa First Class
If her
Trial
plan
featuring
worked,
Instagram
Mr. Naegi
girls.
would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized
I wasn't
the
laughing,
same
I was
thing,
acting.
which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
I was acting.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
A
totally forgettable kid. Or a
Good.
national
Gotta tell
superstar.
the 8-ball
Who are
theory.
you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
No, but my hands are messed up. You better grab your
Holy shit!
But in the
Well, the gay
end,
theory.
her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
The 8-ball theory is, quite gay. How do you think you
You
should,
guys have totally derailed the argument. You're
say it in
being
full one day?
super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
I will have to.
Wouldn't it be awful if I
everybody in
had to
CNR
punish
can
you
know
all just because you
what
ran out of time?
8-ball is represented by.
Oh yeah, we
Guess
gotta
what?
decide who
They
we
better
think
start
did it.
driving their tongue in when they get inspired by 8-ball. 8-ball is that MLK of eating.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
8-ball is the MLK
If we can't
eater
uncover who murdered Sayaka,
With-
it's over for all of us.
with his tongue.
Of course.
Excellent.
There's something fundamentally wrong with this GTA.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
What?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more
Is that
clues,
the game
right?
though?
What?
No, that's wrong.
Yo, Todd, rate those clues.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Look at the first
The
one.
dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Look at the first one, right?
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
I think I may have a couple of more.
11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but...
Rate her up to 10, bro.
Looking at it now,
Yeah, we'll
you
take
could also read
Raider.
it as an N.
Whoa!
What?
You might have finally just said something
Yeah,
worth
rate the grill a 10.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
I've never
But
seen
even
this
if that
ever
really
before.
is an N,
Can't believe that.
N037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
Serious, what the hell?
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Where's this fag?
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately,
Yes.
Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
I don't care what you guys
In
may
that
say.
position,
Oh,
she
I'm
couldn't move to
judging
write
you.
normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a
Random grill,
result, When you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Nah, look at her booty, bro.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Look at her booty.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Yo, Russian, look at her. Look at.
Huh?
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
let's
talking
look at
about, right, Makoto? The
You
evidence
look at
Leon
this.
tried to
Yeah,
get
no,
rid
you're
of?
straight. Bro, she have 2 children and she's still smoking.
I got it! You mean
She's a mama.
the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
You like moms, Valeris?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
I'm 23. So why am I going to look for mom? Yo.
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Well, you were talking shit earlier about a person having a kid at 20.
But one piece
She had a kid
went
at
wrong
18.
and got left behind.
What do you have to say about yourself now?
And the killer didn't
Well,
notice.
guess what?
If they had,
she's
they
like,
most
no,
certainly
no.
would have panicked.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Have somebody, yo. Hold on.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, Russia, what do you think about she?
What?
Yo, what do you think about Trevor?
I got it!
What?
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Valeris and his IG, man, I tell you.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yo, you guys need to appreciate women.
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Remember that.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Just enjoy the eye candy that you see.
You need the key to get in, and the one with
Yeah,
the
I
key
know
was
she,
the person on cleaning duty.
Got a nice beach body.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Based on that single picture, I'd give her, in fact, let's downgrade the first girl to an 8 and give this girl an 8.5. Because there's a hierarchy here.
Yo, to be honest, the first girl, by the way, she had a child.
Nice.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
What the fuck?
Third girl, I think she's pretty nice.
Shoot!
If you want that cougar,
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get the person in charge of the...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order...
No, it's wrong!
After Karen, they know morning might come Kingston.
Hold on.
Money Mike.
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate,
Are you
couldn't
Money Mike?
possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Are you do this coke?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball.
I don't know about this pass, but I feel like...
But how would you use it?
He's pretty... I
got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator
did you call
switch
Dudas
and
Coke
threw the ball through a gap
Coke
in the gate.
Head of the Coke drug lord.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
I mean, no, not
Legit,
Coke.
man.
I think, no, those guys...
Through a gap in the gate?
I think so. Well, one is in jail legit.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
And one is just legit.
Yeah, I remember when that shit happened. It was pretty crazy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Hey, fucking pussy.
A target 30
Where's
feet away
Jamaica,
would
huh?
surely
They
be
didn't make
little
it on top.
challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Where we win many gold medals and Mexico have not
Can't
won
be
any.
serious!
Get him out, get him out, get him out, dude.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
We're about to get
Dakota,
into,
go ahead and review the incident one more
bullet
time to make
time.
this crime perfectly clear.
Bullet time.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean end this?
It's bullet time.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
That's a closing argument, Snit. That was bullet time. I guess bullet time is after. I want to do that, Snit. I don't remember what it's called. It's not bullet time. It's
I just said yeah.
Okay.
You're actually no, scroll it up.
It sounds like the gay thing that Tash retard said. How do I change the fucking pages? Oh, there you go. Wait, how do... Oh my god. This is the absolute worst time you could do that, Snip. Fucking faggot. Somebody mute this faggot! Mute him! Shitcocks. Shitcocks. Oh boy. That's Fucking cocks, man. Valera! Could you wait 5 minutes to play your bullsnit? Okay? Huh? Huh? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Shit cocks. This takes the utmost concentration. Alright. This is the closing argument. Alright. Yes. 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 Oh, well. Tougher than I thought. I'm sure I got something wrong here. But, that's... No, wait. This wouldn't make any sense. Oh well. Or yes, it would. It's either this or that. Oh well, let's take a look.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
C-O-C-K-S, Cox.
Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Yes.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Alright, so that's wrong. Excellent. That is wrong. Okay. I mean, does that make sense? Maybe.
Here's exactly what happened.
Should backfire, you fucking cocksucker.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Play some Deep Space Gifu, you fucking faggot. Okay?
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, A strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Yes.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Go
Finding
suck a
herself
disco
cornered,
or some snip.
Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Okay. Alright.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck
Or play
easily,
PUBG.
and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
You don't play PUBG with a snit. If you want to unplay 4
and
game.
stabbed Sayaka.
I mean,
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
fuck you and fuck Fortnite.
To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall
backfire,
behind
okay.
her.
4 Gs for snits.
And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
CS-Joke is a better idea, because, you know,
wanted to make sure they
CSGO,
got
even
rid
though
of
it's full
any
of
trace they'd ever been
13-year-olds, in 4G, you can't hear the 13-year-olds, so it's more of a mystery. In fact, in 4G, there are 8-year-olds, but you can't hear them. If you could hear them, boy, I'll tell you how bad of a game that would
They
be.
tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially
Yeah,
sturdy
backfire
gate,
played CS-Joke
preventing
with
access to the
MLG error,
incinerator.
Shoddy, and
So
Vega.
they came up with a plan to use
that?
Hero's crystal ball, which
Got
he
a
left in the
content there,
laundry
actually.
room.
Pretty lazy.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision,
Well,
hit
you
the
know,
switch on the
we
incinerator,
lost both games, so I'm pretty sure it was worth it.
which then quickly roared to life.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence,
At least now I
they
gotta play
left the area
CS-Joke with
with,
Cyber
I
and
imagine,
Mew anymore.
a sigh of relief.
I mean, well,
But
you
there
know,
was one thing they missed.
mainly Cyber, because, you know, I haven't won a
Part of the
CS-Joke game with
shirt
Cyber
thrown
since
into the fire,
1997,
burnt
so...
away, and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
Where'd Valera go?
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Did he get scared off?
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been
Okay.
said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
Ah, bullet time battle, yes! I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna suck at it. I don't give a snap. Yeah. Yeah. Honda.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
What an ack.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay, well, I wanted it to be more difficult. It's kind of a letdown.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Because I have to wait longer for that to be more difficult. Oh well.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
Yeah. I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid! Stupid!
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
The face of Donald Trump. Hey, I got an A. Yes. I got an A, yes. Perfect. GG.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I have no idea.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna guess 85 minutes. Gee. Still gotta see the execution. Excellent.
Yahoo!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
But...
You son of a bitch!
Don't worry, I read fast.
I didn't have a choice. So, that's why... None of you are any different! I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
Greek grammar there.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Phew!
That's enough. Calm down.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay? Do you understand?
So, that's why...
Oh!
Welcome, Officer 25.
Unbelievable. Hey,
Only like Officer 25 to want something very important at this time. Wasn't it?
Kills! Chills! Kills! I'm begging you! Please! Don't do this!
hey, come on now.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment
Officer
time!
25 called Zero from San Andreas. A skinny druggie. Oh god, this guy, man. I tell ya. This is, what'll happen to the Boston Red Sox in October. Yes. Boston Red Sox will be pummeled with balls by the New York Yankees because the Yankees will destroy them. If that's possible. Well then.
Extreme!
Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. So I'll finish off chapter 1 later. It's a pretty long trial for Abby, I'll tell you. Well, that's gonna do it for the first class trial of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Yes. From 2010, older than most of the CNR player. I hope you learned something, I guess. I'm not talking about the Europeans with the Cyrillic name or Sicko Venomous. But, yeah. There you go, that's gonna do it. We'll see you next time for the second class trial of the SNETs. This was Rashawn. Valeris got scared away like the bitch he is, and Little Tank is asleep. But, we'll see you next time. Dead is dead.